Get ready for a show about the cutest little Antichrist you ever did see. This is Long Story Short, and we're recapping the first episode of Good Omens. Spoiler alert, we're spoiling this episode. That's the point of the series. We're gonna start at the beginning, like Garden of Eden beginning. Messy bitch who lives for drama, the snake, goes to Eve and is like, apples rule, thoughts? And Eve speaks Parseltongue, so she's like, Daddy said we couldn't have apples, but what is he gonna do? I'm a grown woman and I don't need a spiritual being to tell me what fruits I can and cannot eat. Adam joins in and God is pissed, but they run away from the garden with a flaming sword anyways. These are our two main characters, Aziraphale and Crowley. You're never gonna guess who's the good guy and who's the bad guy. Just kidding, it's very clear.
Oh, that went down like a lead balloon. Sorry, what was that? I said, well, that went down like a lead balloon. Yes, it did, rather.
The point is, they both have good dye jobs. Flash forward a few thousand years, and we've got two very evil-looking gentlemen busting out of hell for Demon Coachella or something, and they have a meeting with Crowley, who's still delivering Molgoth realness after all these years.
All hail Satan, all hail Satan.
This show is so metal. The two demon lads tell Crowley he's been chosen to execute a grand plan, make him sign a flaming contract, and give him a woven basket because that's polite. Crowley is not thrilled about it and has a Keith Richards tantrum in his hacker glasses. By the way, the Antichrist is in that basket. And he's hungry for the devil's breast milk or something. Cut to Aziraphale, a name you will never spell right on the first try, so don't even bother. It's been a few thousand years, and he's about to sit down for a chef's selection of his favorite roles when...
Mind if I join you?
Gabriel, what an unexpected pleasure.
John Hamm stops by to be like, LOL, the apocalypse is about to happen. Maybe wait on that sushi roll for a second.
We have reliable information that things are afoot.
This is a British show, so all information is delivered politely and in formal wear. He tells Aziraphale that Crowley, that sunglasses-wearing ne'er-do-well who probably plays the drums in a dad rock band, is up to something, and to keep an eye on him. Okay, bye, John Hamm. Meanwhile, at the St. Barrel's convent, the chattering nuns are discussing their plan to swap the baby of a U.S. ambassador out with the Antichrist. Good hell plan, everyone. Enter Crowley to ruin everything. The nuns get confused about which baby is which, mix things up, and now these sweet normal people have an Antichrist, and the ambassador's wife is going home with a run-of-the-mill normie baby. Boo, normie baby! The next day, Crowley and Aziraphale meet in a park to talk about the whole heaven versus hell ongoing rivalry. And Aziraphale is super cocky about heaven's chances of coming out on top in Armageddon.
We will win, of course. You really believe that?
Obviously. Heaven will finally triumph over hell. It's all going to be rather lovely.
But Crowley and his sunglasses remind Aziraphale that no matter who wins, heaven or hell, that's gonna change what Earth is like. AKA, no more John Hamm sushi lunches. And Aziraphale loves his mid-priced casual dining.
So, what are you in the mood for now?
Alcohol.
Yeah, hell guys love alcohol. But Aziraphale is down because heaven or hell, we're all drinking. And they get wasted on fancy boy wine and have a deep, drunk boys discussion.
My point is dolphins. That's my point.
Crowley makes an excellent point there, and it's enough to convince Aziraphale to help prevent Armageddon so they can drink fancy boy wine forever. So what's the plan, gang?
I understand you need a nanny.
The plan is Mrs. Doubtfire.
They do say as you might be looking for a gardener.
So yeah, they make that plan while they're drunk, and they still go through with it for like a whole decade. And in that time, Crowley tries to wield a very subtle evil influence over the Antichrist, who's now become a preteen from actual hell.
Doom and darkness, blood and brains.
And Aziraphale tries to neutralize the situation by being a good influence with terrible facial hair.
You remember, young warlock, as you grow, to have love and reverence for all living things.
Nanny says living things are only fit to be ground under my heels, Brother Francis.
Okay, metal as fuck. But the problem, of course, is that they're putting all this highly costumed effort into a normal-ass kid and not the actual Antichrist.
Look what they used to think dinosaurs looked like.
It's dumb.
It's not dumb, sweetie. It's a dinosaur.
Dinosaur, more like.
Damn, that kid just dunked on his mom. Absolute legend of the 5th grade. Then Crowley casually drops into conversation that there's a quote-unquote hellhound that visits the real Antichrist on his 11th birthday, and that will trigger the apocalypse.
You've never actually mentioned a hellhound before.
Oh, yeah, they're sending him a hellhound to pad by his side and guard him from all harm.
Yeah, some kids get invited to Hogwarts. The Antichrist gets a hellhound. It is what it is. So now your boys are still gaslighting the wrong kid and think that the hellhound is going to show up at the birthday party. But since this kid isn't the real Antichrist, they're kind of just dressing up in various disguises for no reason.
Could it be our old furry friend, Harry the Rabbit?
It was in the table.
Meanwhile, the real Antichrist, whose name is Adam, get it? Adam, like the Bible. So Adam and his friends are playing in the woods when Hellhound busts in and is like, I'm the first horse dog of the apocalypse, bark bark bitch. And the kids are like, oh my god, someone call an orthodontist for the Hellhound. Why does it have 500 teeth?
I want a dog.
Oh, right. And your mum and dad are just going to get you a big old Rottweiler then, Adam?
I don't want a big dog.
And the dog is like, Adam, I'm literally standing right here. But Armageddon is counting on the Hellhound. So the Hellhound gets out of his feelings and gets small.
I think I'll call him Dog.
I mean, no one said the Antichrist was gonna kill it in the creative writing department. Doggy! Crowley and Aziraphale realize the kid they thought was the Antichrist was not the Antichrist, and they've just wasted 11 years gaslighting a random kid. So they plan to locate the real Antichrist the only way they know how, with reckless alcohol consumption. But wait, do you smell something?
Something's changed.
Oh, it's a new cologne. My barber suggests.
No, I know what you smell like.
The hellhound has found its master.
Pop another bottle, boys. Armageddon is on. And that's the first episode of Good Omens. Like talking about Amazon originals as much as I do? Cool, blow off some steam in those comments. Truly, do you. And don't forget to tune in to Long Story Short every Saturday for new episodes.